everyone, I'm Abby Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Now, I love snacks, and I know a lot of people who watch my YouTube videos and my What I Eat in Days were surprised by how often I snack because diet culture has made snacking out to be a bad habit. But in reality, planning healthy, balanced, satiating snacks can help you get from one meal to the next with stable energy, better digestion, and without the need to overdo it when you do get there. So before we get into this, don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell so you never miss out on a recipe. And of course, a quick disclaimer that the information in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so you should always speak to a healthcare professional about your unique needs. Okay, so a few major questions that I want to tackle before I get into some of my favorite snack recipes. Number one, what should you snack on? Honestly, whatever you want. I like to think about snacks more like mini meals. So if you like having something for a meal, why not just have a smaller version of that as a snack? So snacks can be savory or they can be sweet, but since one of the big conspiracy theories floating around is that I am anti-fruit or that I restrict my kids' fruit, both of which are hilariously untrue, I thought we would focus the recipes on fruit-forward snacks. So first things first, I'm not anti-fruit at all, but obviously I'm also not a fan of restrictive fruit-only diets like fruitarian or frugivore. And as a dietitian, that should be a given. I actually think fruit alone is a really great snack. But when I make suggestions about adding to a snack that is just straight up fruit, I'm trying to think about an optimal snack for satiety and variety to give you all some ideas on what you can do at home to boost things up. Again, it's not about taking away the fruit, it's about what can I add. So when I'm looking to up the staying power in a snack, I want to combine 2 or more of the following: fiber, healthy fat, and protein. I call this the hunger crushing combination, and I know a lot of you guys have heard me say that term before. Now, fruit on its own is typically a great source of fiber, with some options having more fiber than others, and it's also packed with antioxidants. So, of course, this is a great snack choice all on its own. And when I need something super small to get me by, of course, a handful of berries is really all that I want or need. But for times that I need something more substantial, we can optimize that fruit snack and make it more satiating by adding in either some protein, some healthy fats, or both. Next, how big is a snack versus a meal? So like I said, I kind of like to think of snacks as mini meals, not just as treats. There's definitely room for treats, or what I prefer to call fun foods, but they're not the same thing as a snack. So the size or number of calories in that snack is going to totally vary based on the person and how hungry that they are in that moment. But if we're using one of our meals as a guide, most people would probably be satisfied on a snack that's between 1/4 and 1/2 of the size of their typical meal. So just as an example, if you're having 600-calorie meals, that might mean a snack that's between, let's say, 150 and 300 calories approximately. Again, this is all semantics, and it does not matter what you call a snack or a meal if you're listening to your hunger cues. As I know that some people will just prefer to have, equal sized mini meals throughout the day. It really doesn't matter as long as you're meeting your nutrient needs for the day, because honestly, everyone's preference for how often they eat or how much they eat in each meal or snack will totally vary. But I am just trying to give you a very general guide for those of you who like to plan out your meals and your snacks because you're on the go and you need to make space to refuel between those more formal family meals. Okay, final question, where should you snack? Now, I would say ideally in the same place or the same kinds of places that you would eat a meal. Of course, there are times we're going to get busy and we need to eat while we're walking or we're at our desk or in our car, etc. But if we really want to zone in on those hunger and fullness cues, I do suggest trying to sit down and schedule time for an uninterrupted, quiet snack. Okay, so without ado, here are 4 of my favorite balanced fruity snacks that are not just, oh, put some almond butter on a slice of apple and call it a day. Let's do this. Okay, so the first recipe I'm gonna share is for my protein ice cream. This is basically 2 ingredients, and actually this recipe is in the Mindful Glow cookbook, which, shameless plug here, folks, if you haven't gotten this book, you need to get it. So I'll leave a link, of course, below so that you can find this on Amazon super easily. But it is so simple, and you can use any kind of fruit that you have. I have frozen mango, and we know in COVID times especially, you know, frozen is so much easier to find than fresh and to keep on hand, especially if you're not going back and forth to the grocery store a million times a day. So basically I'm gonna throw in my frozen mango, escape mango, just like that, into a mini food processor, blender, whatever you've got. That's probably I'm gonna be able to fit. And I'm using cottage cheese. Now cottage cheese is packed with protein, and if you don't like the little lumpy kind of texture of cottage cheese, that's why we put it in the food processor, and it gets super creamy and smooth. So this is like nice cream on steroids as far as I'm concerned. It's a really, really satisfying snack. I love this right before bed. All right, I'm gonna throw this in because we can fit it in there. Okay, and then that is all you actually need, depending on the sweetness of your fruit, and if you wanna make this sweeter, you can add a little bit of honey. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. That's probably all it needs, if any. All right, let's blend this up. There's a lump at the top that needs to be pushed down. And you know, if there's lumps or little bits of fruit left in there, totally okay. Love that too. Love a little texture. So good. It's literally like the froyo that you would get from those old school frozen yogurt shops where they put the block of yogurt in and you choose your fruit and they press it down. That's what this tastes like to me. Super creamy, so refreshing for hot days. Yum. Now this here alone is satisfying actually all 3 of my hunger crushing compounds. We've got my fiber, we've got my protein, and we've got some fats in there. But if you want to take it up a notch and make it even more satisfying, we can put some little toppers on here because everything is better with some sprinkles and toppings, right? So we got some hemp hearts. We've got some little bits of seeds. I've got like a seed mix here, and some crushed pistachios. So good. Yum. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my fruity, ooh, baby. Baby's just getting excited about these spring rolls. We're gonna do my fruity quinoa spring rolls. So when it's hot outside, I love a good summer roll or cold roll. Usually you have them with some kind of like noodle or rice in there with some veggies and like a peanut dip. I thought, why not make them fruity and make them into like some kind of like a really easy snack? So that's what we're gonna do. And actually this also doubles as an amazing breakfast that my whole family loves. So first thing I've done is I've cooked some quinoa. You can use rice, you can use even oatmeal, any kind of grain will work here that you just already have batch prepped in the fridge. This is something that I'll do like a whole big batch of at the beginning of the week, and then I divvy it up into, you know, stir fries or bowls or making spring rolls like this. So we're going to put this into a bowl, just like that. Great. And any kind of nut butter, this is basically our glue. It's gonna stick everything together. So any kind of natural nut butter, peanut butter, cashew butter, almond butter, sunflower butter, doesn't matter. Maybe not regular butter, but any other butter will do. So very carefully, I'm gonna try not to make a mess, but I probably will. So I'm gonna try to mix this together very gingerly. Quinoa is one of those grains that gets everywhere. Try feeding a toddler quinoa and not expecting to have to clean up a massive mess afterwards. It's a nightmare, but worth it. Worth it when it's delicious and nutrient dense like this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's basically sticking all the grains together like sticky rice, kind of, but with peanut butter flavored. Okay, so I've got these little rice papers and I'm going to soak them into some warm water. Just give them a gentle massage. It's like a little spa day for the rice paper wraps. Something that I could really use about now, if you know what I mean. But, you know, I'm in a giving mood. So give it a nice little rub down. Just like that. You can flip it over and basically you're looking for it to become very pliable, but not so loose and kind of wet that you can't work with it anymore. So that's feeling about good to me. So I'll show you what it looks like. Carefully so that it doesn't all fall on top of each other, just like that. I'm gonna put this down onto my cutting board or even just onto the counter, super easy. We're gonna add in some of our nutty quinoa into like a log shape. And then any fruit that you have, you could use banana, you could use berries, you could use a variety like I'm doing right here, make it look pretty. Doesn't need to be Instagram worthy, let's be real, it's all just going into this thing right here. So throw it together like that. Any kind of fruit will work, but of course, more color always equals, you know, more fun. So that looks good. Then add crunchy things. We love crunchy things. Obviously, I've got a variety of crunchy things in my pantry that I always have. We've got hemp hearts, we've got nuts, we've got seeds, we've got some coconut that I toasted. This looks so good. All right, so very carefully, and this is honestly not my forte, but you're gonna try to wrap all that goodness into the rice paper wrap. Fold in the sides, just like that. Roll it up as tightly as you can. This is where I usually fail, and I usually fail hard, but it doesn't matter because it's all delicious. Just like that. There, you got your rice paper summer roll, spring roll concoction. I just want to eat this, but I know I'm going to make some more so I can show you how beautiful they look on the plate. So let's make some more. And I've got some yogurt for dipping. So you could do plant-based yogurt, you could do regular yogurt, you can do no yogurt. It is delicious no matter what, but I like everything with a dip. Everything is more tasty and more fun with a dip. So good. Crunchy, fruity, peanut buttery. It's ticking all the boxes here, folks. And we've got our fiber, we've got our protein, and we got our healthy fats. Ding, ding, ding. This is awesome. Yeah. Gotta save it for the hero shop. So hard. So hard not to be a glutton here. All right. Okay, snack recipe number 3 is my banana roll-up pops. Now, actually, this recipe is also in the Mindful Glow cookbook, just saying, and it is really delicious. It's a fan favorite in my house, and something that is super versatile just based on whatever you have on hand. So, we've got some whole grain tortillas right here, large ones, and I've got some, any kind of nut butter. We've got almond butter in this case. Give it a good smear. This is your glue. This is your banana glue, and also, who doesn't love banana and nut butter? It's just a natural combo, just like this. Baby is kicking, just excited about the combinations here. Okay, that's gonna have to do. Does it bother you that I'm licking my fingers? I'm gonna eat this, so this is just for me. All right, banana. Happen to be really ripe bananas, which is how I like them. I don't want no green bananas up in here. So this is going down right into the center. And then we add some more toppings. Yay, yay for toppings. Anything you have. I've got some dried fruit, dried cranberries. I like a little more fruit action, and I like that kind of tangy, sour combination with the sweet banana. That looks good. I've got some high fiber cereal because I like a crunch factor. This is actually my favorite part of it. So I just crushed some to the high fiber, kind of like all brand cereal. I love that. This is my favorite part of it. Crunch factor. What? All right, more hemp hearts. Because as you all know, I'm obsessed. I put this on everything. Nuts. If you want coconut. All right, now we roll. Rolling with the homies. Who knows that reference? If you know that reference, we can be friends. Straighten out that banana. Straighten out. Okay. Nice and tight. Getting lots of rolling skills here, folks. Tight, tight, tight. Just like that. And because of that nut butter, it all sticks together. All right, let's cut this guy in half because this is gonna make 2 pops. Just like that. See how yum yum that looks? Ooh, runaway cranberry. All right, and because everything is way tastier on a popsicle stick, yes, you could eat this just like this. Obviously, it's delicious. No rules. But I'm putting it on a popsicle stick. I'm gonna pop these into the freezer for a hot minute because I've got a really special topping that's gonna go on top. Okay, so I just took these out of the freezer. They've only just kind of chilled. It just helps the chocolate set a little faster. And I've got some melted dark chocolate. Now, this is a totally optional step, but in my books, not optional. So, a little dippy dip, just the tip, just the top there, so like that. And then you can get in there with whatever toppings that you like. I've got some coconut and some very finely minced pistachios. So yummy. So good. Yes. This is delicious. And again, fiber, healthy fats, and protein. All the good stuff. And it's so, so good. Okay, and finally we're gonna do my Power PB&J Toast. Now, this is something that I make often for breakfast, but it also makes a really healthy, hearty, satisfying snack. So, we're going to make our own sweetened peanut butter, and this is something I actually kind of invented for my son, who well prefers the sweetened peanut butter to the natural variety, but he loves this Power peanut butter. So, I've got regular old peanut butter. Again, use whatever nut butter you like. Sun butter also works if you've got allergies, just like that. And I'm gonna use half of a banana, a really ripe one. And honestly, if you have a banana that even has a bruise, it doesn't matter because you're gonna mash it up. So look at this, doesn't matter, gonna mash it up. Though this one looks kind of gnarly, so maybe I'll pass on this one. I've got the other half right here, so let's use the nice looking half. But honestly, it doesn't matter because once you mash it up anyways, it basically goes brown. So that's great. A really ripe banana. This is gonna add the natural sweetness. Plus, of course, it's gonna add some fruit and some healthy carbs. Mash all that together. And I'll make a batch of this and it'll last a few days in the fridge. You know, you can make sandwiches, you can make toast. So good. Also gonna add in some flax, so for those healthy fats. And a little bit more fiber and protein. That is a roasted golden flax in it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. All right, this is looking good. Just like that. Nice and thick. This is delicious on toast, oatmeal, yogurt, you name it. It's so, so good. All right, now let's make our toast. I feel like most of you know how to make toast. Put it in the toaster. Amazing, pops up. Isn't it a wonderful thing? A little bit of that on the bottom here. Just like that. Now, you could leave it just like that. I mean, it is delicious. We're ticking all the boxes in my books, right? But I also love the combination of peanut butter and jam. So if you watched my video right here, you probably saw me make my Chia Jam, which is again, one of our family staples. It's something that I make several times a week, every week, just depending on whatever fruit or frozen fruit I have on hand. So today I had sour cherries, So good. And this recipe could not be simpler. I will leave a link to it below. It's a really popular recipe on my blog. But in this case, I use sour cherries, chia. I cooked the cherries down. You could even do it in the microwave. Smash them up. Add a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice if you want. You can add a little sweetener if you want. You don't have to. And then just add in the chia, and it thickens the whole thing up. So I'm gonna add some of this on top. Oh yeah, this is so good. Yum, yum, yum. Again, great on its own, but I got some ham parts here, so I'm gonna hit it with some sprinkles on top. We call these sprinkles in my house. My son sometimes asks for sprinkles, and so I'll give him his own little bowl, and he can add his own. And sometimes he just like takes a shot of sprinkles, and I'm not gonna stop him, right? This is great. So that is looking good. Check that out, folks. So good. Lots of healthy fats, lots of healthy carbs, fiber-rich carbs, and lots of protein as well. Well, loves, that is all that I got for you today. If you liked this super casual food prep style video where I'm just kind of talking you through the motions without like a huge amount of editing and production, please, please, please give this video the thumbs up so that I know that you liked it. And also, if there are other meal ideas that you're looking for a video for, let me know in the comments below. And until then, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye.